Hi, good morning everyone. So today we are in sunny San Juan, Puerto Rico. Yeah, it's a quick about a little over 2 hour flight from Orlando. So we'll be spending about 48 hours here, be coming back home in about 2 days. So right now we are walking around downtown. Here's the government building. We passed by some universities earlier. It's very peaceful and quiet in this area. So San Juan is the capital of Puerto Rico and one of the biggest cities on the island. So some fun facts about San Juan. San Juan is actually home to 2 million people. That's a lot of people in this small city. And it is one of the very popular tourist destinations, especially for American citizens. You actually don't even need a passport to go to Puerto Rico since it is a U.S. territory. So it's not like a U.S. state. It's not one of our 50 states, but since it is owned by the U.S., American citizens are allowed to go without passports, so it's very easy to fly to Puerto Rico. You won't have any problems at immigration, like going out of the country, like to Mexico or to Europe or Canada. So yeah, there's no borders. You don't need to worry about that stuff. And actually, it's pretty interesting. In 2021, almost 5 million passengers arrived at San Juan's airport, so definitely very popular. It is a very beautiful city, and I'm looking forward to seeing San Juan today. So something I definitely noticed about San Juan, at least, they have a lot of American fast food chains here. Here we have a Wendy's. I've already seen many McDonald's and Burger King and KFC while driving down to downtown. So yeah, it's pretty cool. At least if I don't find anything I like to eat of traditional Puerto Rican food here, at least I know I have all the fast food chains if I go looking for them. There's a lot of colorful buildings in Puerto Rico. Yeah, so here we have an umbrella street. Definitely very nice. Yeah, so far I really like downtown San Juan. It's really beautiful. It's as you guys can see, it's a beautiful sunny day here. I was a little worried it'd rain today. Actually, the weather keeps changing, and you never know. Weather is hot and humid like Florida, so you never know. But so far, it's been good. So just from walking around Old San Juan, this main downtown area, I can definitely see it's a very touristy place. We did see some locals too when we were sitting in the square and having some breakfast. Unfortunately, something that San Juan does not have are good places for breakfast. We spent a lot of time actually looking for a place to get some muffins or some bagels or donuts like we like to have in the morning, and we couldn't find that, unfortunately. But definitely there are a lot of restaurants for tourists and a lot of little shops. So it's definitely a good experience to walk around downtown San Juan. Yeah, and actually you don't have to fly here if you don't want to. San Juan is one of the cruise ports that you would find on a lot of itineraries, like on Carnival or on Royal Caribbean. They do stop in San Juan. So you could actually spend a day in San Juan and then get back on the cruise ship in the evening. So our next stop, our first major stop of the day, the San Juan Castillo San Felipe del Moro. It is a historic fortress nearby downtown San Juan. Alright, so we are heading into the castle now. It seems it is $10 per adult, and for children 16 and under, they are free. Okay, so a little history about the Castillo San Felipe del Moro, or aka El Moro. So El Moro was actually the second fort built on Old San Juan and Puerta de Tierra. So Old San Juan was founded in 1521 by Spanish settlers. They actually began construction on La Fortaleza, the fortress, in 1533, and they did not finish construction until 1790. That is a really long time to be working on construction. But the reason for this was because the fort was meant to protect Puerto Rico against the British, the Dutch, and most importantly, pirates. And actually something pretty cool is that the fortress currently serves as the governor's mansion. And also across the bay, there's actually a smaller fort called 14 San Juan de la Cruz, also known as El Conrielo. So this other fort actually worked together with El Moro to create a crossfire. So both of them together defended this area of San Juan. So yeah, it's pretty cool. In the US, we don't have very many forts or castles to see. So I really love when I go to other countries and other places that you can just go and check them out and explore them. So we have walked up to the top of the fort now. There was definitely a lot of stairs to come up from the bottom and pretty steep hill to actually get up here. So I'm a little tired, but the view up here is really nice. Now you can really see a lot of the island of Puerto Rico around us. Yeah, so it wasn't really expensive actually. So you do get entrance into both of the forts here in downtown San Juan. So it's $5 each fort per adult. So it's really not expensive at all. It's actually very cheap. Definitely worth it if you guys want to come and check out the forts here. All right, we are at the second fort now. Yeah, so if you guys want to see both forts in one day, you just got to present the receipt that you paid at the first fort, and you should be able to get admission into the second one. So here we are at the second fort, the Castillo San Cristobal. The Castillo San Cristobal is actually considered the largest fortress built in the Americas. It served the same purpose as the other fort that I showed you guys earlier, which was to protect the city of San Juan from attack from invaders. And actually, this fortress did also take more than 150 years to complete. So they take a really long time to build these forts up. Well, this was one of our main goals here in Puerto Rico. We really wanted to see the forts. So I'm really glad that we got a chance to do this today and the weather held up, no rain, thankfully. So our next stop after San Juan is the city of Ponce. So Ponce is actually located on the southern coast of Puerto Rico, so it is pretty far from San Juan. So Ponce is actually the second largest city in Puerto Rico. It was founded in 1692 and has a pretty rich history. It was actually named after the first conquistador, who also became the first governor of Puerto Rico, Juan Ponce de Leon, during the 17th century. And then the Spanish also ruled between the 15th to 19th century. Yeah, so Ponce definitely doesn't look as developed as San Juan. It's actually definitely not as pretty, even though it is the second largest city of Puerto Rico. So definitely I recommend, if you guys want to see cities and nice places, to stick to San Juan. Ponce really wasn't much. It was kind of quiet. Looked more like an old town. But if you guys are interested, there are some things in Ponce. Unfortunately, we don't have time to do those things today. But they do have the plaza, the central plaza, Plaza Las Delicias. Just like how in San Juan we went to the plaza. There's also a museum, as well as also some other architecture that you guys can see here. But definitely I do feel if you don't have much time in Puerto Rico, you should just stick to San Juan. I wouldn't come back to Ponce again. There really wasn't much here. So next we came to the beach at Ponce. Today is a weekday, so there wasn't anything open. The marina was also closed. There was a lot of food trucks as well, but they probably only open at night or maybe on the weekends. So yeah, it's very relaxing here. It's very quiet. There's really not a lot of people here. Yeah, something interesting I noticed being here in Puerto Rico is that the beaches are so quiet. A lot of people like to go to the shopping malls. I've been to a couple of them, and they were very, very busy. Alright, so to end our trip in Puerto Rico, we actually drove back up to San Juan from Ponce. So it's actually not that far. It sounds far, but it's really not. San Juan to Ponce is about an hour and a half because it's all the way on the south of the island. But if you rent a car from the airport, you can definitely drive around Puerto Rico and see all the major cities, probably in one day. The island is definitely pretty small. It's a lot smaller than I thought it would be. But yeah, so we are here at the Tmobile District of San Juan, basically the party capital of San Juan, the party capital of Puerto Rico. So here's where all the tourists have been hiding. We haven't seen really any tourists on our trip, not in San Juan, definitely not in Ponce. So here's where all the tourists have been hiding. Here at the Tmobile District, there's a bunch of bars, there's a bunch of restaurants and shops, there's a bunch of beautiful lights, there's also music playing. It's really a good time here. It has a really great party vibe. Actually, the Tmobile District definitely reminds me of like Las Vegas. It definitely gives me like a Las Vegas vibe. So it's a lot of fun, though definitely keep in mind if you are going to get some drinks or get some food here at night, it is very expensive. It's a tourist trap. So be prepared to pay those premium prices for your food and drinks here. And the food probably isn't that great either because it's a tourist trap. But definitely if you guys want to come here and hang out, and I definitely recommend just coming and checking it out. Alright guys, so we have reached the end of our 2-day trip to Puerto Rico. We really enjoyed downtown San Juan. It was really nice. It was cool to see the forts. Isabela definitely has a really cool beach town. There's definitely a lot of cool beaches there. Sorry I didn't take any like food pics from Puerto Rico, but as you guys know, I'm not very adventurous when it comes to trying new foods, and there wasn't anything I really wanted to try. I pretty much just ended up eating American fast food chains like Burger King on this trip, and Sizzlers for kind of a better meal than just fast food. Something I did find though, they have guava and like cheese kind of flavored pastries like everywhere. So I didn't try that, but definitely we did find that everywhere. Yeah, and as we're visiting Ponce, definitely don't recommend visiting Ponce. It was not really much to see. It was very tiny. We did enjoy the Tmobile District though at the end. That was pretty cool. Definitely was not expecting that. It was kind of like a small Las Vegas. It looked a lot like the Las Vegas area that has the Ferris wheel. So that was pretty cool. Yeah. So thank you everyone for watching. We're gonna head back to the airport now and see you guys next time. Bye.